IDEAM announced that the southwest of the Colombian Caribbean Sea there is a possibility of cyclonic formation towards the end of this week.
Throughout this press release, IDEAM announced that through a joint analysis with the National Hurricane Center, a research area is observed in the southwest of the Caribbean Sea, which at the moment for 48 hours present a low possibility of cyclonic formation of 0% and for 5 days at 20% of the cyclonic formation. Yolanda Gonzalez, director of IDEAM, explained this phenomenon and the beginning of the raising season in the islands.
We have three pieces of news for the archipelago of San Andres and Old Providence. One, there is some rain, sectorized drizzle, and partially cloudy skies, typical of the rainy season in the archipelago. Two, the National Hurricane Center continues with a special monitoring research of large areas of the Colombian Caribbean Sea. At this moment, there is a probability of the development of a low pressure. For the next 2 days, the probability is 0%, and within 5 days, it is likely to increase to 20%. However, IDEAM continues monitoring the meteorological conditions of the Colombian Caribbean Sea.
IDEAM forecasts cloudiness and high rainfall in the archipelago of San Andres, Parry, and San Cecilina for the next few days.
We have rainy season conditions in the archipelago. This means that it is likely to have rains and thunderstorms typical of the season, but not the presence of a cyclonic system. We expect that on Wednesday and Thursday we may have increased cloudiness and a probability of greater rainfall.
IDEAM recommend entities to be very attentive to the information issued by the Institute. Do not throw garbage or debris that may obstruct sewage systems. Be attentive to the information issued by local authorities and share with family members and neighbors the telephone numbers of the emergency response agencies.
Surveillance operations continue in our territorial sea. The Pacific Command of San Andres seized more than 130 kilograms of cocaine.
In a joint operation with the United States, the National Navy seized more than 130 kilograms of cocaine. The Pacific Commander expanded the information.
Logró la incautación de 130.
We managed to seize 133.3 kilos of cocaine hydrochloride in a speedboat with 2 engines of 75 miles per hour with 3 persons on board, 2 of them Jamaican nationals and a Colombian.
Likewise, the commander explained the capture process that was supported by the Colombian and U.S. Air Force.
Con nuestra información de inteligencia se logra determinar que es una lancha.
With our intelligence information, it was determined that the boat could contain narcotics on board. So we proceeded with the support of the Air Force with an airplane that took over the boat in the air until finally, with the support of a U.S. plane, we were able to capture it. The crew was captured, and the boat and the drugs were handed over to the authorities.
The drugs are valued at more than $4 million, and according to the intelligence information, the drugs will be related to the Clan del Golfo.
And at this time, we take a review of how COVID-19 behaved this weekend in our department.
During the weekend, there was a slight drop in reported cases of COVID-19 in the department. According to the Ministry of Public Health, for Saturday, 18 cases were reported. For Sunday, 24, and for the holiday Monday, 9 positive cases of COVID-19 were reported. This brings the total number of COVID cases since the beginning of the pandemic to 5,889. Now, analyzing the last report issued by the Departmental Health Secretariat as of June 7, there are 142 active cases on the island, of which a total of 5,622 people have recovered. Similarly, the virus has left a total of 112 people dead, while the ICU occupancy rate as of today is 94%. It is also worth mentioning that a total of 28,978 samples and COVID tests have been taken. It is also important to share with the community that COVID-19 tests that are being taken by departmental government will arrive house to house during this week. Monday and Tuesday in Saint Samuel, Wednesday in Las Gaviotas, Thursday in Cliff, Friday in Cocal, Saturday in Modelo, and Sunday in Rockwool.
And in other news, the magnitude of the impact of hurricanes was so great that to the date, those affected continue to appear in the media spotlight. This is the case of Mistress Noemi Barrios, a disabled elderly woman who is asking the government to fix the roof of her house.
esperando.
In this room you see me waiting, it is because the risk unit has been here 15 times taking notes and still I don't appear in the list of beneficiaries. I don't understand why. I am 81 years old. I have no help except God.
Also, Mistress Noemi made a call to the Risk and Disaster Unit to support her with aid taking into account her vulnerable condition.
A la unidad de riesgo, que es la que está.
To the risk unit that is in charge of this situation, help me or inform me how I can get help from them since I do not appear in their report.
Teleislas News will be attentive to the response of the entities in charge of this case.
Cuídate y cuida a los demás en las vías. En la vía, abraza la vida. No tomes mientras manejes. Ministerio de Transporte, Agencia Nacional de Seguridad Vial.
Basketball teams of the islands are champions and runner-up of the International Basketball Tournament held in Chia, Cundinamarca.
The International Basketball Tournament held in Chia, Cundinamarca was successfully concluded, where the Islanders have crowned champions in the under-40 category and sub-champions in the under-35 category. With an outstanding performance of their players and coaching staff formed by Alfred Henry, Cliff Leon, and Jim Robinson.
We participate in this tournament from Chia, Cundinamarca, and thank the Lord, the two teams that participate in the different categories, 40 and 35, we stay champ. We stay champ in the 40 and we stay sub-champ in the 35. But we have to give God thanks because the one opportunity where the alcalde gave away, he named his alcalde Gary and his secretary of sport Martin. We have to keep promote the sport because we know the good for all the people from up the island. And as I say, I give thanks because the work was good and we get to play against a lot of teams like Aruba, Venezuela, Cali, Bogotá, Cundinamarca, Cajica, and well, really we push out what we know if we do play basketball and we're going through the tournament.
The players expressed their excitement about the victory and hope to continue winning more for the islands, as expressed by the players and the coaching staff.